Hi, welcome to Movie Review Mom. If you are brand new to my channel, yay, I'm so glad you found me. I've been waiting for you. Be sure and hit that subscribe button, and you're going to get all the inside scoop on movies. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you. I really appreciate your support. So today, the movie I'm reviewing is called Collide. This mystery thriller by Vertical Entertainment is not to be confused with the 2017 movie of the same name. It's now available. Actually, both of them are now available on video on demand. This one is rated R and is an hour and 30 minutes. And the movie review mom grade I'm giving it is a C or maybe even a C minus. I know. Don't go away now that I've told you my score. Let me tell you why I gave it the grade that I did. So first I'll give it you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, interesting lines, and recommendations for other movies that I think you'll also like or like better than this one. So first, in a nutshell, the movie follows a group of different characters as their paths intersect over the course of an evening at a restaurant in Los Angeles. The film was written and directed by Mukunda Michael DeWill. So that always impresses me when the director can do all of that. So there were a lot of things I liked about the movie. First of all, Jim Gaffigan. What? He's an unexpected member of the cast. I love his stand-up comedy. He's also been in several dramatic roles in feature films in recent years, and he does a fine job in this movie, although I kind of just always want to laugh when I see him, just because that's what most people know him for, right? Poor guy, he basically was stuck inside a car during the entire movie. Other cast members feature Ryan Philippe, model singer Kat Graham, Aisha D, Drea De Matteo, Dylan Flashner, Sky Liam Patterson, and David Cade. So Collide is the name of the restaurant where all of these characters are eating or working, but it also describes what happens in these characters' stories. So I wanted to ask a question. Once you've seen the movie, get back with me, comment down below. There's this really cool flower plant on the restaurant table, as a decoration. And then you see some things happen to it over the course of the movie, particularly Act 1 and Act 3. Does anybody know what that plant or flower is called? I thought it was really cool looking. I'm always into restaurant decor, of course, the food, but have you ever wondered if you opened up a restaurant, how would you decorate it? What would be the theme? I've asked myself that many times. In fact, for a few years, I actually taught at the famous Le Cordon Bleu Culinary College, the campus here in Las Vegas. Loved it and have the weight gain to prove it. All right, so back to the movie. There were some things I didn't like about the movie or thought could have been done better. For example, it's pretty slow moving as we wait to see what happens in each of the characters' storyline, and some of them are more interesting than others. It's frustrating that many of the problems in the various stories are blamed on the white man. Not that it's super racist, but there is an element that just sort of could ruffle people's feathers. The CGI in the movie looked kind of fake, and there's not a ton of it, but what there is wasn't great. The ending in Act 3 doesn't really show us exactly what happened to everyone involved. We just have to kind of assume certain things. So I thought that that was interesting. Some of the dialogue is pretty heavy-handed. The plot lines are a bit ridiculous, and some of the things that the characters have to say or do. Let me give you some tips for parents. Now, the movie is rated R because of profanity and F-bombs. There are sound effects from an affair on tape. There's talk of murder, talk and images of cocaine, and an explosion with destruction. I don't want to give too much away. Some of the themes that are illustrated well in the movie are living in the past, revenge, racism, and consequences to our actions. So I always write down funny lines and interesting lines so that you can kind of get a feel for the movie. And you can see them all on my written review at moviereviewmom.com. So I didn't write down any funny lines because it's really a drama, but I'll share some of the interesting lines that I wrote down. So one that you hear the first time spoken by Tamira, who's played by Kat Graham, is blood begets blood. And she means it in a couple of different ways. So I thought that that was interesting. And then as she's talking about her family's experiences, she says, and her personal experiences, she says, you get treated like an animal for so long, you start to believe you are one. And I thought that was interesting as well. And then Jim Gaffigan actually has a very wise piece of dialogue where he says to somebody, the love you're looking for takes work. And I was like, that's so true. You go, Jim. It was a good line. All right. I don't want to give you too many spoilers or any spoilers, really, for that matter. So let me give you a recommendation for another movie that some people are comparing this movie to, and that is Crash. So I don't know if you've seen that one, but I think the comparison is basically you've got all of these random characters that are in one location and their stories start to intersect. And that's absolutely what happens in this. There were some missed opportunities, I think, but I like the idea of a one location movie and how things evolve over the course of an evening. I've just always liked that type of storytelling. So if you like that, then you might really enjoy this one. And I hope you do. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me while I talk about movies. And thank you also for just all of your support, for liking, subscribing, and commenting down below. When you do those things, it spreads magical YouTube fairy dust all over my channel, and I really appreciate that. All right, that's it for today. I hope if you watch this movie, you enjoy it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.